Beyond providing you with basic economic and physical necessities, as well as 24-hour-a-day live interactive entertainment, parents will give you something that you need more than anything else: unconditional love. You probably already know that your parents love you. They tell you that all the time, and they treat you as if you were the center of the universe, which to them, you are. But it's the unconditional aspect of this love that you probably won't fully grasp until much later on. I hope your parents are still around when that happens so you can tell them you finally understand, and then you let them know how much you love them too. Unconditional love means that your parents don't love you because you're cute, even though you are, or because you're intelligent. Of course you are. Or because you have amazing talents to sing or play sports. I'm sure you do. No, they don't love you because you make their lives easier. In fact, when you first showed up, you were pretty much useless. You couldn't help out around the house, and yet you still demanded constant attention and care. If that wasn't enough, you kept your parents up all hours of the night because they had to take care of you all the time, and they didn't have time to do a lot of the things that they used to do, like go out and eat or have leisurely conversations with their adult friends. You pretty much upended whatever serenity they had. You certainly aren't loved because of your financial contribution to the family. Your parents would probably never smile at you if they fully understood the cost associated with bringing you into this world. Your parents could shop at fine jewelry stores on a weekly basis and have lobster flown in every Friday from Maine with the money that it's going to cost to properly provide for your every need and desire. With food, clothing, medical bills, daycare, and education, not to mention all the hobbies and toys you're going to want throughout your childhood, your cost to your parents is going to be staggering. But even if they got a bill for the next 22 years of life support and the cost of your education, they still wouldn't put you on eBay. No, this love you receive by the truckload is not your parents' way of thanking you because you've proved yourselves economically, politically, or socially useful. Your parents love you simply because you're their children, and that'll never change. Nothing you do will make them love you more, and nothing you do will make them love you less. Oh, now you can do some things that might make them like being around you more or less, but their love is pretty well set. Even if you break their hearts, and you better not, they're still going to love you forever and always. I'm often amazed my own parents never left me on the doorstep of an adoption agency with a note encouraging some nice family to take me home and try to train me in the art of being a civilized human being. I was so rambunctious, my mother used to ask, "Were you raised by wolves?" "No, not wolves," I told her. "Just you and Dad." Of course, that really made her mad, but I thought it was a perfectly legitimate response to what seemed to me like a ridiculous question. It's a good thing eBay wasn't around when I was little, because my parents probably would have tried to auction me off for a minimum bid of $3, and on some days, that might have been asking too much. Like the day Rosalind Doyle and I got in trouble for throwing rocks at cars driving past our house. Rosalind was my next-door neighbor's granddaughter, and she spent a lot of time at her grandparents' house. She was 1 day older than me, so we had a connection right off the bat. She was a beautiful young girl, but at age 4, I didn't care much about that. All I cared about was that she really knew how to throw a rock. So there we stood in her grandparents' gravel driveway, throwing handfuls of loose gravel at passing cars as hard as our little arms would let us. We thought that the sound of rock on metal was pretty cool, and we thought we were pretty cool too. Right up until we pelted the car of the local municipal judge, the Honorable John Wilson. As if that wasn't bad enough, Judge Wilson knew my parents and told them what Rosalind and I had done. Darn the luck! How are we supposed to defend ourselves against a judge? I wasn't going to be able to talk my way out of that one, and I didn't. In those days, corporal punishment was the preferred method of responding to bad behavior. Today it's almost unheard of, but when I was growing up, most parents assumed it was the best, sometimes the only way to send a message and correct deviant behavior. That day, I thought my parents were going to extend corporal punishment to make it capital punishment. Fortunately, an old-fashioned spanking, and a good one, was the limit of the punishment. While I was growing up, I got more than my share of spankings, and even though I didn't enjoy it, I survived just fine. I eventually came to realize that my parents didn't discipline me because they hated me and enjoyed seeing me writhe in pain. No, it was exactly the opposite. They disciplined me because they loved me. I don't expect you're going to understand or express gratitude when your parents discipline you. It's never fun to get punished, but that's the point. Your parents discipline you so that you learn the consequences of bad behavior now when your offenses are relatively minor instead of later when your bad behavior could lead you to jail or worse. So whenever your parents tell you, "One day you'll thank me for this," you might not thank them right away, but trust me, one day you will.